welcome to Influential Sports, where passion meets precision. I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. And in this video, this is going to be focused primarily on Caitlin Clark. But let me start off with a definition for y'all. The definition of racism: a prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. That's the definition of racism. So by that definition, anybody can be racist. First, let's clear that up. But to the main topic, and this topic is a little bit about, it's mainly about that and how it's this narrative that Caitlin Clark brought racism to the WNBA. That is a lie. First off, racism has always existed. It's never left, and it will never go away, unfortunately. As bad as that sounds, that's just what it is. Like, there will always be a group of people who hate a certain group of people because of their skin color. That's just what it is. Like, racism has always existed. Or if it's certain other things, stereotypes, stuff like that. Like, it's not just white people who are racist. I don't know why the world wants you to think that. Like, black people can be racist too. And I'm not finna, and if you want to argue that, I'm not finna have that argument with you. Because it's pretty, black people can be racist. I don't know why we're acting like they can't. If you're saying that they can't, then that's just a stupid statement. But another stupid statement is to say that Caitlin Clark brought racism. All she did for the W was bring her racist fans to the W. And first off, you're blaming Caitlin Clark for having fans. Caitlin Clark didn't openly say, "Oh, I want all my fans to be racist." Caitlin Clark never said that. So why are we acting like we did? Like, it's always just negative stuff. It's so negative when it comes to discussions around Caitlin Clark, and it's so weird to me. It's like when people prop up Kelsey Mitchell, talk about how she's the best player on the Fever, how she's been doing her thing, it's never because they actually like Kelsey Mitchell, and Kelsey Mitchell is one of my favorite players. It's always just to tear down Caitlin Clark. It's never an actual argument of comparing the two players, saying why Kelsey Mitchell is the best player. It's always Kelsey Mitchell is the best player, and if you can't see that, you don't know basketball. That's all the argument is. It's never stats or actual factual statements behind it or legit reasoning for why they're saying this. It's just to tear down Caitlin Clark because she's been injured. And people saying that she was running from Paige. No, she was injured. She's had multiple injuries this season, which is why she wasn't able to play. What reason would Caitlin Clark have to run from Paige Beckers? She don't. And Dallas Wings are my favorite team. Caitlin Clark was not running for us. We were one of the worst teams in the league. I think we finished with the worst record once again. So Caitlin Clark is running from one of the worst teams in the league? Are you serious? But this whole thing that, oh, all she did for the W was bring racism to it. No, when she went to the W, the tickets skyrocketed. The sales were through the roof for Indiana Fever games and WNBA games in general. The viewership went up. And it's not just credit to Caitlin Clark. It's credit to the other women that were in that class as well. Angel Reese being one of them, Cameron Brink in that class as well, Camila Cardoso. Like, it was other women in that draft class who helped, but Caitlin Clark was the top pick. She was the one. She was amazing coming out of college. The turnover problems that comes with being a point guard. Many point guards have turnover issues. Even LeBron, who wasn't a point guard, he had turnover. He has the most turnovers in NBA history. If not the most, he's definitely up there within the top three. And he's a small forward for most of his career, even though he's played at every position for at least a season. Like, it's a lot of negativity when it comes to Caitlin Clark, which I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like, okay, you think she's arrogant, but it's like, do other players not celebrate on the bench? Do other players not get in the face of the referees when they're in the bench? Caitlin Clark's the first person to do this. Like, y'all target Indiana so much because of their fans, but it's like, how many of y'all have actually been to Indiana? Is Indiana mainly white people? Yes. I mean, you could do the research to find that out. But does that make everybody racist? No. And it's always the Fever fans. Has it been them most of the times what we've seen, what's portrayed in the media? Yes. But why are we acting like Indiana Fever, they're the only arena with bad fans? You could go to any arena and find somebody. It was 2 Valkyries games in the same week where a fucking dildo was thrown on the court. It was 2 Valkyries games, and they were both on the road for those games. But you ain't say nothing about those fans. You just call them weirdos and move on. But with Indiana, no matter what they do, it's always racism. It's always racism just because they're white people. How do you know it's not a black person being racist? How do you know it's not a black person or an Asian person or a Japanese person saying something? Like, people are always assuming, oh yeah, it's Indiana, so it had to be a white person. Like, it's just like white people are the only ones that exist. Like, everybody don't make mistakes. Like, everybody don't have their flaws. And I wanted to focus just on Caitlin Clark because it's so, Well, her fan base is so trash. I can't like her. Her fan base being a certain way doesn't stop you from liking somebody. That doesn't make sense to me. It's the same thing with Taylor Swift. Oh, I really don't like her fan base. I don't like her music. So her fan base stops you from listening to her music? That don't make sense. Because they have a fan base that's proud to represent their favorite player. You don't like that player? No, not liking a fan base and not liking a player is two different things. You can't like a player because of their fan base. That don't make sense. So you telling me you don't like Derrick Rose because of his fan base, and his fan base think he should be in the Hall of Fame? Number one, that's his fan base, and they're riding behind their guy. You can be a fan of a player or a team. You can be a fan of a team even and not like the fan base. I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm not from Philly. I'm from Arkansas. And I support my team. I don't defend what other Philly fans do in Philadelphia. And I've been to Philadelphia. It's a crazy city. But I'm really trying to understand the logic behind targeting Caitlin Clark because of her fan base. It's like, well, I don't like Caitlin Clark because of this. I don't like her because of this. A lot of the stuff she's doing, everybody else's favorite athletes are doing all the time. So now it's a negative to just be hyped, to really, because mainly her being a hype thing, like, okay, she gets in the officials' faces sometime. At the end of the day, that comes down to the league and what they want to do. That's not something Caitlin Clark can control, but they're not doing nothing about it. Is she just supposed to stop? They're not cracking down on it. Like, this is something that every athlete does. They get a little excited when a certain call doesn't go their way, then they get up on the bench in excitement, like I said, and not like excited that something happened, but you know the definition when it comes to getting excited and excitement. Like she get a little excited sometimes. Every athlete does this. Most athletes have weird fan bases or just weird fans in general. Like y'all say, oh, Caitlin Clark brought all these racist fans to the league. Caitlin Clark brought fans to the league, but not every. She didn't ask for her fan base to be racist. That's what just some people are. Like, why are we acting like Caitlin Clark didn't bring fans from all types of different walks of life and all types of nature to the W, make them fans? Like, it's only Caitlin Clark's fan base that is targeted on a consistent basis, which I don't understand. It's a little bit of Angel Reese too. She's up there too, but nobody else in that draft class, aside from those two, their fan bases don't get targeted. And Caitlin Clark is on a whole another level. It's like Caitlin Clark fan base, like the way they get targeted, it's like a tier S level. For Angel Reese, it's like tier B. Then everybody else in that draft class, it's like tier F. That's what it is. Like, that's the gap. So it's like Caitlin Clark brought new fans to the league and just all of them are racist now. That's what we're doing. And then they changed the playoff format, which is something that the players have been asking for. And oh my gosh, it's Caitlin Clark's fault. Do you not know how a playoff series works? Have y'all not watched the NBA, the MLB, the NHL? A playoff series, the home team, the higher seed always gets the home game if there's a final game that needs to be played, whether that's game 5, game 7, or game 3 in a best of series of best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. If it goes to distance, if it goes to distance, that last game will be played at the home arena or home stadium of the higher seeded team. So in a 3-game series, a 1-1-1 format makes so much more sense because the Dream got to play. The Dream and Fever series went 3 games. It went to distance, and that last game was played at the home arena of Atlanta, and they weren't able to post the series out. They lost. Got sent home first round as a 3 seed. So the fact that people think, oh, this playoff change, it only came because of Caitlin Clark. Change is going to happen regardless. The league has been around for 27 years and counting. So you don't expect there to be change. You expect the same format to be kept the entire time. They're going to make it 5 games soon. It's soon going to be 5 games first round, 5 games second round, still then they'll probably make the playoff the final 7 in the future. Like, the game is always expanding. So it's always just blame on, oh, this is Caitlin Clark's fault. This is her fault. Like, no, it's not. Y'all don't actually pay attention to sports. Y'all just target Caitlin Clark and her fan base for whatever odd reason. It's like and y'all want to compare it to the NBA, and the NBA is a best of 7 series, which is why it's 2-2-1-1-1. The first 2 games, the higher seed gets the first 2 home games. Set the next 2 games in the series, the lower seed gets 2 home games. Then it goes 1-1-1. So higher seed at home, lower seed at home, then higher seed at home. That's how the series ends if it goes to distance, if it goes to 7. That's how it works in the NBA and NHL because they do best of 7 series. Even in baseball, when it comes down to the World Series, it's a best of 7 series. That's how they do it. So for the W, it makes more sense to do a 1-1-1 format. This is not a change because, oh, Caitlin Clark's in the league now, because they could have easily changed it back with her not being healthy for the playoffs. It's a change that had to come because it made the most sense. It made the most sense logically. It's not just a Caitlin Clark thing. And like I said, the main topic of this is to stop blaming Caitlin Clark for everything. Like, she doesn't openly go out and say, oh, I want my fans to be racist. Do you think LeBron came out and said, I want all my fans to ride my dick? LeBron did not come out and say that. He just has weird fans that do that. And then he has some fans that can, then he has some fans that are just, they're cool. They can actually be objective and talk about the sport and not glaze LeBron 24/7. Caitlin Clark didn't ask, oh, I want my fans to be racist. I want them to be rude and be haters. Like, that's not even what all the Caitlin Clark fan base is. That's what y'all want it to be, because y'all want to generalize everything and make it seem like, oh, it's everybody doing this. But for the few people that are, for the other people that are Caitlin Clark fans and hearing this, they looking around like, what the hell are you talking about? Because that's not me. Like, so realistically answer this. Do you think every Caitlin Clark fan is racist? And please, because if they were, that wouldn't make sense. Caitlin Clark isn't going out here and, like, Derrick Rose, when he came into the league, he wasn't like, oh, I want all my fans to glaze me. I want all my fans to talk about me like I'm the greatest point guard ever. Derrick Rose never said that. Caitlin Clark didn't say, I want my fans to be racist, haters, this and that. Like, that was never said by Caitlin Clark. Those words never came out of her mouth. She's just playing the game, and she's being her, and she's knowing what other athletes do on the bench when they're injured. I don't know why we acting like this is the first time this can happen. This is the first time athletes got a little excited during a game. But yeah, all of her fan base is racist. So does that make me racist for being a Caitlin Clark fan? Or I don't know what that makes me, because I like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I got respect and love for both of them. They both my top 10 favorite players. But at the end of the day, these athletes not asking for their fans to do certain things. They're not asking their fans to shower them with love, shower them with hate, be racist or homophobic or anything like that. These athletes not asking their fans to do that. This is just how some people act naturally. Y'all always targeting Caitlin Clark. Like, damn, she's injured. Can she heal up and not have to hear about her name 24/7? She's not even playing. Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston doing their thing, but they ain't even getting no coverage because it's, oh my goodness, Caitlin Clark. Oh my goodness, these ignorant Indiana fans. Maybe Atlanta should have won. Maybe they should have won their playoff games. But that's it for this video. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you thought, share for others to see, and this is my 2-year YouTube anniversary.